Hi, it's Mark Bossert from Top Local. We're here with Bernie Pawlik, Pawlik Automotive in Vancouver, and we're talking cars. How are you doing this morning, Bernie?
Doing very well.
So, in our business, a lot of times when people want a new website, I will tell them because I know the numbers, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your website is doing really good, and we're risking everything if we kind of go into the unknown with something that just because it makes you feel a little better doesn't really work better. So, why wouldn't I just fix my car as things break?
It's a good question. And, there's that saying that's been out there for a long time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, which is true for, in a large part. But, the one thing with a car is we want to count on it. And it is a machine that has a lot of moving parts, a lot of functional pieces that do wear out and do break. And the idea behind doing, maintenance the way we like to do it at Pawlik Automotive is to look at your whole car and just kind of just determine what condition components are in so we can fix them before they break. The thing about if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Chances are you wouldn't want to fly on an airplane with an aircraft company that had that maintenance procedure because, if an engine quits halfway through a flight, that's not a good thing. That's why they have scheduled maintenance. And that's why cars do as well.
So, you're not just treating symptoms, you're looking for causes. Is that a fair way of describing it?
Absolutely. Just to get into, I guess we can break this into two things. Maybe we can talk about just routine inspections first versus diagnosing actual problems. But if with a routine inspection, we have a number of points, items that we look at and we inspect, from your brakes to your wheels, tires, steering and suspension, exhaust system, cooling system. There's a lot to look at on a car, engine conditions, spark plugs, if it's a, gasoline powered engine. Electric cars are going to be a whole lot simpler because there's a lot of things that don't need to be done, but there's still things that are going to wear out. So there's things to inspect and look at and just verify that they're in good working order. And if they're not, for instance, if, say there's a control arm bushing that's cracked and worn, it might not need to be replaced today, but maybe 6 months down the road or a year, it'll need to be replaced before it starts wearing your tires in a funny way. And, from our inspections and checklists, we can determine, do you need to actually fix something now? What are the consequences of not fixing it? And what items will it prevent damage to down the road?
So you're sort of positioning this as you're the expert as far as knowing what to replace when and what's really safe, because there could be a time where that control arm bushing or causes tire wear. And when you really need your tires to stop because they've worn funny, they don't. And that could be very dangerous.
Absolutely. And, the other thing too is, to be sensitive to people's, budgets. The thing using the analogy of an airplane. There's a certain point where, on the life of an airplane, an airline might go, you know what, there's too much maintenance costs in this plane. We're going to, it's time to get rid of it, sell it, whatever they do with old airplanes and buy a new one. And we can determine the same thing depending on the owner, but also with cars, the nice thing is they don't fall from the sky. That, if you have a certain component, I'm thinking of a customer we had a while ago with a Honda CRV, and it's been a really reliable car. But we did an inspection. There's probably $5,000 worth of items on the vehicle that would bring it back up to perfection. One of them is a power steering rack. It's about $1,200 repairs. She's going, well, I don't want to spend money on that. It's like, well, no problem. It's like, it's got a leak. Here's where you can top the fluid up. Just keep an eye on it. It might take a year before it leaks down enough to even need more fluid. So, while it would make the vehicle perfect to fix it, it's not necessarily needed right away. So we can work with that.
So in your view as a shop owner with 38 years of experience doing this, 20-time winners of Best Auto Repair in Vancouver as voted by your customers, you kind of position yourself as a trusted advisor of letting people know exactly what's going on with their vehicles so they don't really have to be an expert in the car. And you can tell them what's next that needs to be replaced now or in the future or to keep an eye on.
Exactly. And I think people really count on us for that. And what I see in a lot of other shops, maybe, where service advisors are not that well educated, or maybe it's a more flat rate pay based shop where, if something's wrong, the technician gets paid to fix something. There might be some incentives to do things and just not really looking, in the customer's best interest of going, hey, you could leave this. And, by the same token, if there's something really dangerous, we'll say, hey, you shouldn't drive this car. And the odd person will choose to drive it anyways. But, you have like a ball joint that's really loose and about to pop apart, it's, it's not very, it's a little disconcerting letting people go. But that's, that's exactly what we do is, give advice on that kind of thing and prioritize things. I mean, of course, safety issues are the highest priority. Then maintenance items would be a little lower. If, you have a couple $1,000s worth of safety items that really need to be done. We get a lot of people who come to our shop who they've kind of neglected their cars for a while or haven't had it serviced. And we look at it and go, oh, there's a lot of things that could be done on this car. And depending on their budget, sometimes people want to do everything. Sometimes people want to do nothing, or maybe there's a hybrid solution. And the safety concerns, of course, are the first thing. And then followed by things like, the transmission fluid needs to be serviced and flushed. That can be left as a lower priority because it's not going to cause your car something to break and a safety issue.
So maintenance is not necessarily going to prevent all catastrophic repair or all catastrophic failures. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, even good maintenance things will happen. I like the analogy of thinking, there are people around who smoke, drink, eat nothing but French fries, and they live to 100 years old. But generally speaking, that's a very rare thing. And there's also people who live very healthy. They're physically fit. They eat right. They do all the right things, and they drop dead at like 40 years old from a heart attack. You never know sometimes, and the thing with a car, it's kind of like that. You can do really good maintenance, and all of a sudden there's some congenital defect in the engine that, and something just breaks. But that's not very common. And the key thing, and it's like the human body thing too. It's like, generally speaking, if you take care of yourself, take care of your car, it'll last way longer and have less problems.
So there you go. If you want a more reliable vehicle and you want regular maintenance done on your vehicle from a provider who you can trust, the guys to see are Pawlik Automotive. You can reach them at 604-327-7112 to book your appointment. You have to book ahead. They're busy. Or check out the website, pawlikautomotive.com. Our YouTube channel is Pawlik Auto Repair. Hundreds of videos on there and all makes and models and types of repairs and maintenance. And of course, thank you for listening to the podcast. Thanks, Bernie.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for watching.